every hero I can think of has some sort of enemy. Whether it's an arch nemesis like Superman and Lex Luthor, or a hero with many enemies like Spider-Man. One of the most famous cases of an arch nemesis is with Batman and the Joker. I mean, you have to be pretty famous if Lego's gonna make a movie all about how much you hate each other. The good part of having a character is knowing their backstory. And that's something we never really got for the Joker until this book. Batman the Killing Joke. Now, as I've mentioned in my Dark Knight Returns video, I'm doing a little journey myself on reading some of Batman's most famous comics, and I thought, why don't I focus on Joker's backstory? When I first started going to my local comic shop regularly, they had this book on display, and I never really picked it up because, I mean, I love this art right here, but it never really looked that interesting to me. Also, it was kind of expensive, so I didn't really pick it up until I was able to get the book secondhand for only $10 and have the deluxe edition hardcover. Y'all know me, I'm a trade paperback guy, so this was quite a treat. So honestly, I'm going to be absolutely for real with you guys. I'm going to be at the beach for 2 weeks, and so I'm uploading videos like the Fantastic Four one you saw last Monday. This Monday, I'm still at the beach, and honestly, I'm going to record the part where I review the book probably at the beach. And if not, I apologize. That being said, this isn't really a in a week challenge. This is just a read on my own time. And to make it longer, I mean, the book is really not that long, so what a crazy way to begin the book. So that being said, this is reading Batman the Killing Joke for the first time. Guys, I know this sounds completely crazy, but 45 minutes after I got that whole segment done and that you just saw, I finished it. I touched on how it was kind of short in the beginning, but I did not know it was that short. But I kind of liked it. It was very dark and kind of Tim Burton-y with the whole carnival and everything. Which, I'm going to explain that right now. So he takes Commissioner Gordon from his apartment to a carnival to torture him to make him crazy. And speaking of Tim Burton, my copy actually has a quote from him that says, "I love The Killing Joke. It's my favorite. It's the first comic I've ever loved, Tim Burton." Which, I am a big fan of Tim Burton movies. The Nightmare Before Christmas is like my favorite Disney movie, and I know that sounds super cliche, saying that The Nightmare Before Christmas is your favorite Tim Burton movie, because he's made so many, including Batman movies, but I'm still gonna say it. Anyways, one thing that stood out to me in this book was the art style. I love how crazy it got. I guess it kind of put the Joker's insanity into art form. One thing I thought was weird is how they did Batman's little ears, and honestly, I am a fan of really exaggerated... What? I just hit my roof. Really exaggerated ears, and they were exaggerated, but they were like the 40s Batman, and when I say that, I mean that they were curved, and I don't really like them curving in. I kind of like them straight. Kind of like Todd McFarlane in Batman Year 2. Like I previously mentioned, the story is all about the Joker's backstory, and wow, I actually thought it was a pretty good explanation. It all starts when Joker is a comedian coming home to his pregnant wife and giving her the bad news that no one thought he was funny and they sent him home. This sends him into a spiraling rage, but then he realizes that he shouldn't take his anger out on his wife because she did nothing but support him. In a burst of confusion, he actually goes to the mob and seeks for help. So they tell him that he's going to do a task to get him money and, do something for them. And that is dress up like the Red Hood. Days later, he goes back to meet up with the mob, and he gets an alert from the police saying that his wife had died. This makes the problems way worse. So the mob boss goes to check up on him, and he says there's no point in doing the job anymore since he's, don't have a wife and kid anymore. But they pressure him into keep going because it's the mob. He has no other choice. They start to sneak into this factory, and he's dressed as the Red Hood, and the police find him, and so they think he's the leader. Naturally, Batman is wherever the police goes, and he jumps down and he stops the Joker, but before he can grab him, he jumps into the water. Turns out it wasn't water, and it was actually some sort of acid, and it turns his hair green and his skin white, turning him into the insanity that is the Joker. One thing I didn't like was the same problem that I had with The Dark Knight Returns, and that is all the cussing. And I get it, it's trying to sound real, like I said in my last video. Just as a Christian, don't like reading things that has that many cuss words in it. And don't get me wrong, it wasn't as bad as The Dark Knight Returns. Actually, I think I like this book more than The Dark Knight Returns. Makes it this my favorite book is the banter between Batman and the Joker. He goes to Arkham Asylum and he sees that that person sitting in there in Joker's spot is not actually Joker, and it's someone that he's hired. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this kind of short video on this short comic on the Batman killing Joke. So leave a comment down below what you think about Joker and his backstory. And if you guys could like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, Jesus loves you. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.